My name is Zoltán Bódi. I will be the interpreter and the moderator of the first breaking news section. And let me introduce Evgenia Izotova, who is from the Netwrix and account executive, and Olivér, who is from the Prianto and business development manager, and Gergely Holman from the ST Consulting Hungary, Microsoft expert. At first, to warm up and to give a really breaking news, let me tell you and you really fresh news, which has some connection, strong connection. Okay, maybe now, which is strong connection for the IT security. In these days, exactly in the 14th of September, suspended the work a company, an American company named MoviePass. MoviePass company business model was that some clients paid for a movie pass monthly, and they could visit as many movies and to watch as many films as they want or wanted. But the business model was wrong of this company, and they should suspend their work. But there is a strong info security element in his work. It revealed that the company saved the client's sensitive personal data, including bank card data, and everything in a plain text file without any encryption, without any password protection, and a really easy to access server. What is your comment as an info security expert or an ordinary people? Evgenia? Have you heard about this story?
No, I haven't heard, and I can actually not believe that it's happening because it's very strange attitude to IT security, a strange IT security strategy.
I think there is none security
yes,
strategy.
None, and no wonder that I guess the business collapsed, or how they survived.
I think they don't survive or will not survive because of lacking of capital. Yes. So there's no money for financing the company. But this is the point now. But this huge info security problem. What could you advise for this company security officer, if it exists?
First of all, this is really crazy stuff what they were doing, but I would say it's not a isolated case. We also in Hungary, in our region, we see such customers or important customers who are storing like the data without any protection. There are technologies, even if they are saving such in a document all the details, they could protect, they could make it visible and controlling who is access to those files, who gave that permission to access those files, what they are changing, what they are looking in those documents. There are existing plenty of technologies which are covering this topic, so they could partially cover, but it's still not solving their problem. It's a huge mistake what they were doing. This is my opinion.
And I think this is so logical as you give me now. So I cannot imagine how can it occur. What's your opinion, Gergely?
As I see, is a very typical example for the users or the customers that.
Sorry, but yes.
That we are spending a lot of money for the front end of the services to give it very secure or do it very secure way. But at the back, we are using less secure, let's say, stupid things to get the infrastructure a bit cheaper. So I think it's a typical example to do the IT security not only at the front, then doing the whole infrastructure. So it's a very, very typical example.
So without security, the life is really comfortable for a while.
Yes, until something happens.
Yes, and things are happening. So, Gergely,
Yes.
may I ask you to give the most important element, the most important message of your talk?
Yes, in my session, I also would like to reflect to this topic, let's say, which you
That's
mentioned.
why I've chosen this news.
That in case of collaboration tools, for example, in Microsoft Cloud, we need to take care not only at the things which is transparent for the users at the front, then we also need to take care at the back to give it secure. So I would like to show some things which we can do in this way.
So, is it true that the weakest piece of chain is the user?
Not only the user, let's say the administrator of the service. So in case of cloud, it's very easy to implement because we have a few clicks and it works. But at the back, we also need to take care of the security to do it right.
And how can we most effectively educate them?
In case of Microsoft, there are tools for that, which we can use. I will also talk about this in my session.
Okay, thank you. And Olivér Uricza. Excuse me. Gergely Holman's talk will be, of course, here in this room from 1:15. And the title is Secure Group Work in the Cloud, but in Hungarian.
Yes.
Some way. Okay. So, Olivér, the stage is yours.
Well, during my presentation, I would like to speak and introduce to all the audience technologies which are helping to move, manage, and secure the whole Microsoft infrastructure. So we are focusing during our presentation to how to move, how to migrate from any platform to any Microsoft environment, how to protect the Microsoft environment, how to achieve compliance regulations and requirements. And also I would like to speak the management tools which are covering also the security part of the Microsoft environment. So basically I would like to introduce some technologies which are covering the gaps which Microsoft still didn't fill out.
Is it possible to save Microsoft?
Yes,
I think not the company, but
they have really good technologies, and they are currently always developing it. And we are always in the same steps which Microsoft is doing, some ways more advanced, and we are trying to help them to achieve that all the security and management perspective to fulfill all the requirements and help them to move to Azure, to help them to have quick adoption of the cloud. So this is what we are doing with them.
And what should I know as a Microsoft user to save my data, which I produce by the Microsoft applications?
First of all, if we are using the native tools, I think we need to enable all the security, let's say, features what the Microsoft native tools are including, but it's not enough. We need any kind of complementary solution which is covering those small gaps or lack of the technologies. And like that, I would say, it doesn't matter if we are on-prem, cloud, or in the hybrid environment, we can make it and secure the whole Microsoft infrastructure.
So there are solutions, but I have to learn and have to follow.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Gergely?
Just to add something from the Microsoft part. Yes,
Microsoft. So you are in one group.
Yes, yes. So Microsoft, yes, has a lot of security functions, let's say, in their cloud. And at the most of the customers, these tools are more than enough at the first step, of course. And later on, we can add a lot of additional features with such third-party tools, let's say. So that's the connection point, let's say. How can we add these tools to the customers?
Okay, thank you. And the title of Oliver's presentation and talk is Innovative Microsoft Platform Migration, IT Security and Management Solutions, exactly from 1 p.m. here. Yep. And Evgenia.
Yes,
what is,
the last but not least.
The last but not least. So.
Okay. So in your example, if we go back to, you said that this customer particularly had sensitive, regulated, and business-critical information in one place, which is, I can hardly believe. Yes. Because usually customers, they store this sensitive information wherever, and they have no idea if there is that. So that's where Netwrix is coming. So we can...
There is somewhere, but I don't know where.
Yep, that's exactly what you need to know to be secure. You need to eliminate all the noise and know exactly only valuable information, where it's located, and is it secure. So that's how Netwrix can help you with our data security and classification edition. And also we do provide the auditing and reporting tools. And also we are fans of Microsoft as well, as all of these guys here.
So what should the company do to save their customers' data?
So they should be sure that this data is in secure place, and they only authorized users has got access to that. And it's believed that not only the outsiders' attacks are the problems, the causes of breaches, but insiders ones, it's like half of them. So we need to be sure that internally our business is protected, and outside it's always a problem, and we need to be sure that we made all the precautions before something happened, because after something is happening, it's hard to recover, and that's all about security, to do something preliminary.
Can the company detect somehow that who is the vulnerable or not secure user? What they do wrong way?
Malicious, yes. We can exactly show you that something is going wrong, and you can run the behavior anomaly dashboards, or you can be alerted that some suspicious activity is going on with security data, like sensitive data only.
And what can the company do?
If you are alerted, you can make the certain actions, perform that to make this data, to save this data, and we actually can do the automatic quarantine of sensitive data and do the reduction of the sensitive content of your document. So yeah, that's how you can respond to these malicious activities.
So each company has to make an action plan for these situations.
Yes, surely. That should be embedded into the security strategy of each company. And it's highly recommended to have a security strategy.
Yes, and as we began this section, this beginning news, it means that not always and not each company has this officer, or if there is, then not always working properly, even in the United States, not even in Central Eastern Europe.
Well, it greatly depends on the business itself, and usually we have limited IT staff. So with solutions like Netwrix, you can greatly actually reduce this impact, because our solution is very easy to use, and you need not have specially chief security officer, for example. You can delegate for the various guys, and that's probably the reason why most of the companies, they don't have security guy, because it costs a lot to have one. But with the really advanced features, you can really reduce this cost for your business.
But, okay, guys, if the data has lost, the cost is higher and higher as the price of a security officer. So,
well, it depends on business greatly, but not every business can afford having security officer. So that's
could it be automated somewhere in the future, the work of the security officer? Olivér?
Yes, example, our solutions are helping to, let's say, automatize all these monitoring of the whole infrastructure, seeing who has access to what, who gave that permission from the whole infrastructure, and mainly also getting real-time alerting and monitoring of those, let's say, files, servers, anything related to Microsoft platform. It could be Unix, Linux. So we have many technologies which are covering this kind of real-time detection and, let's say, stopping to happen anything like happened with the media company.
Okay, thank you very much, lady and gentlemen, for you. And now I think we close our session, but not for all day. But now the stage is for Evgenia. Thank you very much.